with Weather Watch 4.
And good evening, everybody. What a day it was, a spectacular day weather-wise. Temperatures just right for this time of the year. Actually, a little bit above normal. I lied. Temperatures rose into the low 60s today in most areas away from the lakes. Certainly very, very welcome news. A lot of people got outside today and enjoyed themselves. Tomorrow, more of the same, but more cloud cover tomorrow. More heat, a little bit more humidity. The humidity will really begin to crank up here, though, tomorrow night and Monday. And you might want to reach for the air conditioner in your cars come Monday. Look at the temperatures today for highs. They reached up to 65 in Buffalo. That was the highest, at least in western and central New York State. Notice the much cooler values to our south across the southern tier. 51 in Wellsville, Bradford at only 46 degrees, Niagara Falls at 62, Rochester at 61 degrees. Certainly nothing to complain about. Forewarned, Doppler radar shows no precipitation at all within its operational range, a dry scan, if you will. There it is. There are the values for the day. The high temperature 65 degrees, 14 degrees above the normal high value for this time of the year. The record 80 in 1969. The low temperature earlier today, rather chilly at 36 degrees. The record 17 in 1972. And the sun setting tonight is 7:50. And look at the lake water temperature, still rather cold, 35 at Lake Erie and 40 degrees off the pier in Rochester. Latest wind speeds generally light and out of the northeast near the lakeshore. Other locations generally out of the southwest, generally relatively light wind speeds. But as we see, the big story will be the temperatures as they continue to rise. Right now, 11 degrees warmer now than it was at this hour last night. And this is the story all throughout all of western New York State and down into northern Pennsylvania. And this will be a sign of things to come as we begin to move along here. Latest Great Lakes radar perspective shows really not much in the way of any rainfall within its operational range. Just a few showers showing up on the radar over southern Ohio and northern Kentucky. But some of those storms were rather strong and did produce areas of wind and hail today across a good chunk of the country. And here's the storm reports chart. And you can certainly see from areas extending back out across Kansas through the Kansas City area, but especially look at this clustering of high wind and hail reports over most of the eastern half of Kentucky, portions of southwestern Virginia, and western portions of North Carolina. And this severe weather will stay to our south for now, will not be a factor, but certainly we'll be looking ahead to that feature as we begin to get into Monday. Currently now at the airport, 62 degrees, dew point 44. A barometer right now is holding steady, and the winds are north-northwesterly at 10 miles an hour. The regional temperatures again showing the trend. You'll see that the cooler values are again over our part of the country, but as you get out west of Cleveland, look down towards Indianapolis and Louisville, 70 and 76 respectively. This is the warm air that'll make a run at western New York here as we begin to move ahead into tomorrow and especially tomorrow night and Monday. Temperature maps nationally showing this surge of warm air as a ridge in the upper levels of the atmosphere continues to be pumped up by this deepening deep trough now setting up shop over the western Intermountain region where temperatures are much colder, only 34 in Salt Lake City and 39 degrees just south of Billings, Montana. Meanwhile, this very warm air will begin to move northeasterly. We won't hit 88 degrees here, but certainly will not rule out low 70s here as we move ahead into Monday. And the water vapor imagery again shows the overall pattern. You can see clearly this upper level ridge rotating anticyclonically, and most of the storms now will be off to our north for tomorrow as we move ahead. Future watch again showing the overall pattern here. Warm front crosses the area tomorrow. Best dynamics will remain north of western New York State, but a few showers cannot be ruled out for tomorrow. Perhaps another chance for some good dynamics beginning to develop here tomorrow night. But the main story will be the real warmth here and the humidity as it begins to set up shop here for Monday. Could be a little bit uncomfortable here by Monday as dew points begin to approach the 60-degree mark. That's tall. We're talking about dew points now for Monday. In the meantime, tonight, partly cloudy, temperatures slowly dropping back into the 40s. Thicker clouds arriving after midnight. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a few scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but I think the best threat for that we're going to be tomorrow night and Monday. Highs tomorrow, mid to upper 60s to low 70s. And then looking at the extended forecast, overcast skies tomorrow night, showers and storms developing, and the extended moving out now into next week. Monday, we could be a little bit shy in those values. They could be very well up into the low to mid 70s on Monday, but then it cools back down to where we should be by Tuesday and Wednesday, low to mid 50s for the balance of the week beginning Tuesday.
I'm sure